Where's the water? Batch 140 today. We're getting our strike water in the kettle here. We're going to gather 7.5 gallons, or I mean 8.5 gallons for a 5-gallon batch. We use a potable water hose meant for water. So we'll gather our water here up to our 8.5 gallons. Boy, wouldn't I? We had a malfunction as we started to fill the kettle. I shut this valve off right here. I can control the water flow. And the cheap Chinese piece of crap out at the major faucet blew off. Where's the water? So don't buy anything from that China. One more grain in here. So I started to grind my grains in the battery of my drill. It was not up to snuff. Thanks again, China. There's 2 Chinas for you. So I've never done a hand grind before. And I can tell you, I don't think I ever want to do another one again. As I'm watching the grains just fall down here slowly, I'm like, what's really going on? How you doing? Well, it's like insane. I just need to make room so I get my other grains in here. I wonder if that's making it finer than the drill. Really? You want it? The wife wants to grind some grains here? She said she does. Which is crazy on my part, but... So, this is 10 pounds of 2-row. Rice 2-row, however you say it. And we'll get about 2 pounds of caramel 40. And maybe a little special B. We're going to try to do like an IPA clone of I don't know, maybe what do they call that beer? Boy, a lot of editing in this video. A Founders All Day IPA type. We'll be using Simcoe hops. We'll be using Mosaic hops. We'll be using Citra hops. And I don't think I'm going to do a dry hop, but we're just going to be using those hops. Why wouldn't I? So I'm going to get some more grains ground here, and then we'll get back to you as the water heats up over there. Batch 144 today. Like I said, some sort of an IPA, I don't know. We'll get some hops in there, and we'll get a hopped up beer is what it's going to be. So, haven't come up with a name with this one yet, I don't think. Check with the wife, she'll tell me. She comes up with some good names, so we'll figure it out. Alright, we hit our strike water temperature of 162. She'll cool down to 152 once the grains are in there. So we're going to flame out here. We'll shut that off. And we'll put our strike water in the mash tun here, and she'll cool down about 10 degrees. So we're looking for a 152 mashing temperature approximately. 150. Awesome. I was worried that my mash was a little high this morning. But I'm going to put the rest of my little water in here. It's going to be right on target. 150, 152, 151 I wanted. Okay, this is the color of what we're brewing today, this imitation IPA. I don't think I'm going to do a dry hop. It's just going to have a different type of hop that I'm used to using. I'm going to be using, I think I said Simcoe and, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about till I get it in there. All right, we got the boil kettle up here. Our initial reading, pre-boil, is 1045. So I estimate by the time we do our boil off of 1.5 gallons, I think we'll end up at like a 1055, right in that range, maybe 1057. So on with this thing. I got to get the mash tun drained, and I clean that out while this is heating up. Comes that lovely hot break again. Excuse me. We have our hop additions lined up here on the shelf. Camera can't show them. We just tested our cherry sunrise beer. That's ready to go to the keg in a day or two. And that tastes delicious. So, this is the cherry sunrise. Look at the color of that. That'll go to the keg maybe tomorrow. That finished at 1017. A little higher than I expected, but at the mash temperature, it's probably to be expected. So here goes a hot break. Our first addition of hops will be 1 ounce of Idaho 7 pellet hops. We got them all measured out. They're in. A Surrey. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, counting down.
And in 10 minutes, I'm going to give it another addition of a ½ ounce of Simcoe hops. You might say, why would I? Why wouldn't I? Why should I? But I'm going to. This is my interpretation of All Day Founders. We'll see how it comes out. I brewed one before like this. It was pretty good, so. Oh, let's see what happens. I actually forgot. It's the beginning of the boil. And it's supposed to get. Phew. Oh, this opens by itself. It's supposed to get 1 ounce of the lime peel. So, that's going in the basket now. Let's smell what that smells like. Oh yeah. So that's in. That's lime peel. And we'll wait for the 10 minutes and we'll get the other additional hops in there. There's our timer. So you set one for 35 minutes. Simcoe, 1/2 ounce in. There next. Surrey, set a timer for 10 minutes. Surrey, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, counting down.
You got the 35-minute counter. I better get stuff ready because this will keep me standing here. So. There's our timer. Our next addition of hops are 2 ounces of Citra. They're in. Surrey. Hey, Surrey. Set a timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes starting now.
So the timer just went off again, which means it gets 5 ounces of Mosaic. Is that what you're going to do?
No, not 5 ounces.
Or 5 ounces?
5
It gets 5 grams of Mosaic. That's in. It gets a cupful of Irish Moss.
Handful.
Capful. What did I say? A cup?
You said a cup.
It's a capful of that. That's my timer. Timers are in sync. And we also get a spoonful of L.D. Carlson's Yeast Energizer. What's that? Energizer. Come on. Trying to see if I can spill it all over. That's in. That's in. And set a timer for 15 minutes. And I have another ounce of, or half, another 5 grams of Citra as a flame out addition. So, I'm gonna get my wort chiller. I'm gonna get my wort chiller in place. Why wouldn't I? Flame out. This brew is coming to a close. Get our wort chiller in. Wort chiller's in. Last addition of hops is 1 ounce of Citra.
No, 5 grams.
5 grams of Citra, I'm sorry. I don't know if the camera was on, but we did flame out. And we did 5 grams of Citra at the end. That flame out with the wort chiller in. So we're on the chill cycle now, and we'll be in the fermenter here in about 10 minutes. Once we get down to to about 80 degrees or so. And that's it for this brew. We're going to put the USO5 yeast in. And there's one in the bucket. Sprinkle this in. And we're done with this one. We'll decide whether we're going to dry hop it or not, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be a good tasting beer just the way it is. They might be wrong. I never know. Closed. You want an airlock? Da-da-da. Airlock's in. I've been real lucky with not needing a blow off too, but watch this one be the exception. So I'm going to put this away, and then I'm going to wash my kettle, and we're done for today. Shut that right off.